So, most audio interfaces that are actually decent worth purchasing over the last year or two were audio interfaces that cost at least around $100. Today though, we are going to be looking at two $50 audio interfaces that could actually be good enough for your studio setup at half the price. Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and if you're new here, my name is Edward Smith and welcome to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at the best audio interfaces under $50, pretty much the only ones under $50, and we're going to go through the features, the build quality, we're going to do a sound test comparison, but most importantly, we're going to try and figure out and see if an audio interface under $50 is good enough for your studio setup. Before we jump into things though, I'd first like to ask you to please smash that subscribe button down below, click on the bell notification so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Secondly, the links of these two audio interfaces will be down in the description below as well. And then last but not least, like I mentioned earlier, we will be doing a sound test, so make sure you stick around all the way till the end so you don't miss that sound test comparison to find which one is best for you. So to kick things off, the first thing that we're going to have a look at when comparing these two audio interfaces are their similarities. And from the start, like I mentioned, both of these audio interfaces are under $50, but one thing that's really similar about these audio interfaces is their design, their knobs, all those kind of features. Starting off with the top panel, as you can see, both audio interfaces have three knobs at the top, one being a line input for your XLR, another being a line input for your guitar, and then your output either going to your headphones and your monitors. Pretty much exactly the same. When looking at the front panel of these two audio interfaces, both have an XLR input and a TRS input. They have headphone jacks, they have direct monitor switches, and the only slight difference in terms of design between these two audio interfaces is that the M Audio's phantom power switch is on the front panel, where the Behringer has its phantom power switch on the back panel. Talking about the back panel, the design is pretty much exactly the same. Again, you have your USB out connection on both of them right at the back panel, and they both have RCA type connections that run to your studio monitors, which is the cheapest option to go for. More expensive studio monitors will have TRS outputs, which is the one I would prefer to get. But if you're on a budget and these two are your only option, then RCA connections do a pretty good job as well. Moving on to the build quality of these audio interfaces, both of them have a plastic type body, which is to be expected for around $50. But one thing that's really different between these audio interfaces, other than the size, is some features like the knobs and the front panel. The build quality of the knobs on the Behringer is not amazing and not close to as good as the M-Track Solos, but the front panel of the Behringer, in my opinion, is slightly better and just has a better look and feel than that of the M-Track Solo. So I guess they balance each other out in terms of those small features, but overall, like I said, they are both plastic and they're not gonna last you the longest time. In terms of setting up and connecting your audio interface, it's very simple to do, and these work exactly the same. All you have to do is connect your audio interface to your laptop via the USB cable provided, download the driver for each audio interface from the website of the manufacturer. If you want a step-by-step, more in-depth video of how to set up and connect an audio interface, I'll leave a link at the top over here and a link down in the description below, just so that you can do that correctly. So now that we've gone through each audio interface, had a look at the build quality, the features, how to set it up and connect it to your laptop, it's time to move on to the most important part, which will really kind of decide which audio interface is best for you, and that is the sound quality test. So I now have the M Audio M-Track Solo set up and ready to go. I'm doing this vocal recording through a Rode NT1A condenser microphone, and when looking at this audio interface, it indicates that the preamps are crystal preamps, which means your vocal is kind of crystal clear, nicely picked up, and at $50 I can definitely agree with that. This audio interface sounds really good. But let's have a listen to the Behringer U-Phoria UM2 and pick which audio interface sounds best. So I now have the Behringer U-Phoria UM2 set up and ready to go, and I'm still speaking through the Rode NT1A condenser microphone, and as you can hear, this audio interface is pretty good and clear, but it has a little bit more muddiness and low into it compared to that of the M Audio M-Track Solo. I think that the crystal clear preamps that come with the M Audio M-Track Solo give you that clearer pickup, but overall this audio interface is still great for under $50. So for my final pick between these two audio interfaces, after going through the features, the build quality, how to set it up and connect it, and most importantly having a listen to the sound difference between the two, I have to go with the M Audio M-Track Solo. This audio interface, in my opinion, sounds better. I think the build quality overall is better. I think the quality of M Audio products, just in my experience and opinion, is slightly better than that of Behringer's. And I really think it's an audio interface that's going to do a great job for those of you that are on a tight budget that can only afford a $50 audio interface, but still want to make some really good music. So that brings this video to an end of the best audio interfaces and pretty much the only ones under $50. And just a reminder, the links of these audio interfaces are down in the description below. If you have any questions about today's video, just leave a comment down below and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. But other than that, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you loved it, subscribe down below. And I will see you for another video next time.